Hello everyone, we are live from the Daytona International Speedway for our second trip this season to the high banks here in Daytona Beach, Florida, and it is now time for the regular season finale. This is the Coke Zero Sugar 400. 25 weeks of competition have led to this moment. We still have a bit of uncertainty as to who is going to make the first edition of the YoruCAR playoffs. And without further ado, let's take a look through your starting lineup. On the pole and to his outside are two cars that are already locks for the YoruCAR playoffs, more or less. It is the number 94 Big Machine Vodka Spike Coolers Ford Mustang for Big Machine Racing of Logan Conrad on the pole. To his outside is pretty much going to be the regular season champion. It's the number 5 PlayStation PS Motorsports Chevrolet Camaro of Santi Messi. In row 2, we see a pair of Minardi entries with Giancarlo Minardi and Arc de Mission. Row 3 sees the 47 of RJ Nandi Kumar and the 21 of Yaro da Silva. Row 4 sees a pair of Fords and Tashi Gupta and Jeb Ravi. And rounding out the top 10 is a pair of colleague entries with the 16 of Ludwig Charette and the 31 of Robbie Gordon. Row 6 sees Brad Storr next to Ella Baker. Row 7 is the 92 of Bradley Ream and the 46 of Caleb Lane. Row 8 is the other colleague pair of Timmy Hill and Ryan Little. Row 9 sees the 99 of Damien Afton and the 93 of Daniel Silla, who's been going really well as of late. And rounding out the top 20 is Hisham Sidqui alongside Daniel Voiles, pair of Team Cena cars. Then in row 11 is the 6 of Hatem Pervez and the 69 of Ridwan Nasir. Behind them in row 12, it's a pair of Chevys and Dylan Matthews and Davne Rodriguez. Behind them, it's another pair of Chevys and the 42 of Angel Gutierrez and the 26 of Habab Jawad. Then it's another pair of Chevys and Andrew Yu and Lotus Eveland. Behind them, pair of Toyotas in the 45 of Skylar Taylor and Kieran Jimenez. Then it's another pair of Toyotas with Austin Liang and Laziz Abdulaziz, followed by Nathan Ormond in the 95 and BD Cruz in the 80. Behind them, we see the 51 Roberto Crown Jr. and Kyler Sestra in the 19. Then on the second to last row, we see Matt Pink lining alongside fellow Ford Matt Pink, and rounding out the field is a pair of Chevys in the 9 of Ryan Childress, who won the Daytona 500, and the 55 of Shane Monahan. So we are ready for, I believe it's 32 laps here at Daytona, and we'll bring you when we're ready for green flag action under the lights here for the regular season finale. Pace car pulls off. There's a car that's going to follow it in. That's the 27 of Ella Baker. Mechanical issue on the Ford Mustang. Not how she wanted to start her final race of the regular season, as the green flag for Logan Conrad and Santi Messi were racing here at Daytona. So great launch for the 20 of Giancarlo Minardi. He's already gotten onto the back of the 94 of Conrad as we head through 1 and 2. And already 3 wide, Tashi Gupta, Arjun Nandi Kumar, and Arc de Mission, as well as Brad Storr, Jeb Rabi, and Yaro da Silva. There's also some more 3 wide further back in the field. As here comes Minardi for the race lead to the inside, going to have help from Ludwig Charette in the 16 for colleague. Also Brad Storr and Caleb Lane coming along in this line. And that is Giancarlo Minardi to the race lead. Oh, in contact already! And we're spinning Ream up into the wall hard. The 23 around as well, Mission, and that is a big wreck here to start things at Daytona. Multiple cars in it. See Lotus Evelyn, Mike Hunt, Skylar Taylor back up into the path of the 88. Shane Monahan with big damage. Caution is out, and it's a Minardi 1-2. Giancarlo Minardi leads the first lap. Tashi Gupta in second. Ludwig Charette, Brad Storr, and Caleb Lane the top 5. But already big trouble here at Daytona. We'll get you a replay here in a second. So I think it's a collision between the teammates here. Yeah, Yaro da Silva hooks Arc de Mission, sends him down into the field, then Mission comes right up and takes the 92. And then just everyone starts plowing in. You see, there's Daniel Silla, Skylar Taylor, Mike Hunt goes for a spin, Evelyn's in it, Aziz, Jawad, BD Cruz with damage. A lot of cars in it. We're going to look from on board the 23 of Arc de Mission. as got tagged by his teammate Yaro da Silva, which caused all of it. And we have our first caution here at Daytona, a very early wreck. It's going to take out quite a few cars. The big one has struck early here at Daytona, just like it did in the 500. We'll bring you back for pit stops or green flag racing, as there's more issues off there. You see Monahan, Williams, and Jawad. But yeah, we'll bring you for pit stops or green flag action here. Big one has struck at Daytona. Giancarlo Minardi is going to lead some of the field down, but you see the likes of Storr, Lane, Messi, Hill, and Sidqui are actually going to stay out. But Minardi is going to lead about half the field down pit road, which includes his teammate Tashi Gupta. Gupta won at Watkins Glen and more or less punched her ticket to the playoffs. We'll see if Minardi can do the same. It's just gas and go for the 20, no tires. And he will be the first one off, followed by Charette, and then Gupta's going to get out ahead of Conrad. And Jeb Rabi, surprisingly enough, after getting tangled out in that incident, doesn't look like he has a ton of damage, and he is the fifth one off of pit road. So we'll bring you when we're ready for green flag action here. Lap 3 of 32, early yellow, and it's Brad Storr out front for Trackhouse. Pace car is in. We're getting ready to head green here. Lap 6 of 32. Storr, Lane, Messi, Hill, and Sidqui, the top 5. Green flag back out here from Daytona. Santi Messi, he is already locked in the playoffs in that number 5, but he'd like a 4th win on the season. And there's big checking up happening back here. Daniel Silla, I think, is the car that... Yeah, Silla, the 93, is very slow on the inside. He's holding up Voiles, De Silva, there's Crown, Liang, and Eveland. And back up front, though, here comes Santi Messi for the race lead. We said he does not need this win, but it would be nice to have it and cap off what has been a great season so far for the 5 team. But here comes the 13 of Hisham Sidqui, with help from the 42 of Angel Gutierrez. For Sidqui, this is basically a win for bragging rights, as the 13, despite being able to pick up a win. Oh, he's pitting. Sidqui pits from the lead. Not quite sure what's going on there, but as I was going to say, is that this 13 is not going to be high enough in points to even make it, considering we've had over 16 winners in the regular season. So that adds extra bit to it. If you are going to be a first-time winner here at Daytona, you also need to be good in points. And Storr is around that point. So the 91 could potentially punch his ticket to the playoffs if he can get up there to challenge the 5 of Messi. He's currently having to deal with Caleb Lane, who's pretty good in points right now. Got a win at Martinsville early in the year, so he's not totally safe, as he only has 1 win on the year. The man to his outside in the 42, Cyberpunk Edge Runners Camaro, Angel Gutierrez, he is safe. Gutierrez picked up 2 wins on the season, as there is another pitter from the second pack, that is Ridwan Nasir. And 3 wide now, Caleb Lane, Gutierrez, and Storr, as Messi continuing to control the lanes. Nathan Norman's gotten up back onto the back of the 46. Coming with him are the pitters, the likes of Minardi, Charette, Nandakumar, and Purab Srivastava, as Sidqui back out on track. He should not be much of an issue for the leaders, as Caleb Lane actually got a great push there from Nathan Norman, and he's actually cleared into the race lead. So Caleb Lane now leads here at Daytona, but here comes Giancarlo Minardi once again, hooked up with that 16 of Ludwig Charette. This is how the 20 got the lead earlier in the race. And he's going to be looking for it again. As it crossed the line, Silla's come down pit road. He's coming back out. Will come out behind this lead pack, which has gone mostly 3 wide, and he'll come out actually behind the second pack as well. So no worrying about any merging issues. But now it is Giancarlo Minardi who's been pushed out front, but maybe a bit too far out in front. As now Charette is going to dish his drafting partner. He's going to now lead the inside line with help from 4 Chevys behind, but actually he's been put into the middle by Purab Srivastava. Srivastava now to the race lead with help from Ryan Little in the 40 for Triforce. Little's not even in playoff contention. He's ineligible for series points. He just wants to make a statement win, and we're still looking to see who will be the first non-points driver to win a race. Could it be Ryan Little today here at Daytona? And also bringing with him are some guys who desperately need good runs. Damian Afton, he's right on the cut line of points after scoring his win at Indianapolis. Tashi Gupta, she's mostly safe but could use an insurance win. Then behind is that 28 of Jeb Rabi. He is a must win. He won earlier in Atlanta, but he is well outside the points cutoff. He needs this win here today if he wants to make the playoffs. And it is now the 99 GameStop Camaro for Trackhouse Racing of Damian Afton, who I believe has taken the lead. We're still 3 wide though, and at the line I think Little is going to get credited with a lap lead. No, Srivastava is. Poor up Srivastava with a great push there from Ludwig Charette on the outside of the corner, and that's because we're under caution. I'm not quite sure what for. We're not at the halfway point. And I don't see an incident. But we are under caution nonetheless. And so we're just going to bring you right back to when we have green flag action here. Or rather pit stops for most of the field. Actually, no. You see there the 19 Carlos Estrada. He is not going to pit. But it looks like most everyone else is calling down pit road this time by. There's another car that stayed out. I think that's Daniel Silla, who's a lap car. So Srivastava going to lead the field in. A good run so far been going for the 48 team. As you see, Ryan Little also pulls in behind. They're getting to work on the 40. The 48, they're actually not taking tires. And contact with Jamal Williams. The 54 coming into his stall, the 48 coming out of it. And near contact again now with Shane Monahan there. And so it's Damian Afton who's won the race off pit road. Ludwig Charette in second, Srivastava third, and then Little and Ormond. But yeah, it is Kyler Sestrai who has opted to stay out. Daniel Silla as well. We'll bring you when we're ready for green flag action here. Our second caution on the day. And some issues on pit road for one of our front contending cars. So Silla has dropped to the back. It is Kyler Sestrai that will lead us to the green. He has not pit while the rest of them have. And green flag is back out here from Daytona. Lap 15 of 32. Afton immediately to the outside trying to get by the 19, but definitely not the run there for that. And that's going to allow Ludwig Charette to the inside. He's much like in the situation like Hisham Sidqui was earlier, where the 16 has just not built up enough points over this season to be even in a shot for a playoff berth, even if he does win. So this is just for pride. And I guess maybe for owner's points is BD Cruz coming out of pit road. He's got damage, so he may be a slow car. And Sestrai has actually gapped the field somewhat, as there hasn't really been an organized pack yet. And it is Kyler Sestrai, your race leader. Here comes Damian Afton, though, with a great run on the inside. Do we have another caution? We do. I did see skid marks through 3 and 4. I'm not quite sure who it would be. It might have been Ridwan Nasir. Because Cruz was coming off of pit road, and Evelyn has just been running slow ever since she got her damage. So we're going to check that real quick. As actually we'll get more pit stops first. Sestrai once again opting to stay out. The 19 I think is going to stretch his field the most he can. But the rest of the field coming in yet again. Damian Afton going to lead him down. As our third caution on the day. Afton into his pit stall. And we will see a tire change for the 99. They're going to put fresh right sides on. Will they go for a 4 tire? Or will this be it? They are going to change all 4 tires on the 99. So this will be a bit of a longer stop. Ryan Little took only 2 right sides. Jeb Rabi, I think, is going to get out in front of all of them. But actually, no, there are even more. Angel Gutierrez is actually going to be the one who wins the race off pit road. Santi, Messi in second. Ormond, Rabi, and Matt Pink are going to round out the top 5. So we'll try to see what happened to draw the second or third caution rather, and if it was indeed a 1-car spin. The laps just go by that fast. I didn't realize that was actually our halfway point caution, so there was no incident. Angel Gutierrez is going to lead us to the green as Kairos Estrada made a pit stop. Ridwan Nasir, though, the lap car is going to start out in front of the field. Green flag back out here. Lap 20 of 32 here from Daytona. Angel Gutierrez going for his 3rd win on the season. He's already locked into the playoffs, but here comes Santi Messi, regular season points leader and likely to be our regular season champion. He's to the inside with help from Nathan Ormond. And once again, Jeb Rabi in the 28, he finds himself up here. Once again, we are going to restate, he is in a must-win situation. He needs to win if he is to make the playoffs. Messi is going to help lead the field navigate by the 69 of Nasir, the lap car on the outside. Ravi actually is going to get stuck up behind or actually go high. That did not seem like a good idea. They're all scrambling to get by. Oh, we got pitters. Ormond, Little, Nasir, Nandi Kumar, a few others have pit, and that is setting the pack into disarray behind the leaders. The 29 is another car that needs a good run here. Mike Hunt, he got caught up in an earlier incident, but he's up here. Afton also needs a good run. The 99 is now stuck on the outside, but up front it is Santi Messi and Angel Gutierrez who have checked out of this one. Jeb Rabi in 3rd, but here comes Gutierrez for the race lead. A 42 to the inside of the 5. And to the point is going to go Angel Gutierrez. And how about Ella Baker in the 27 as Jimenez now ducks down pit road. We got another pitter, Laziz Abdulaziz. I'm wondering if some of these guys aren't good on fuel. But as I was saying, Ella Baker had mechanical issues at the start. That early big one got her right back in it, and she is currently in 4th. But Gutierrez and Messi stay side by side. That's helped Jeb Rabi get into this fight. Could the 28 truly punch his ticket to the playoffs? He's going to go under the 42 of Gutierrez. He's gotten there. Trying to go for 2nd. Ella Baker now in on this fight. Purab Srivastava not too far off either. But then it's a long way back to the rest of the pack. Or pack is probably a bit of a loose term. It's more chasing groups. The main packs formed back here around Timmy Hill, sitting just inside the top 20. As we got all sorts of chaos going on here at Daytona. The top 5 have trained away though, and it is Santi Messi leading said train. Angel Gutierrez, Ella Baker's worked into 4th. Rabi's dropped back. That's not what he needs. As now Gutierrez trying to go to the inside. Baker didn't go with him. So Santi Messi still holding this race lead. We are within 10 laps to go. Soon to become 9. Daniel Silla potentially on the horizon. He's got Nasir and Pervez for company as well. Another pitter from the lead pack. This time it's Roberto Crown Jr. in the 51. Another car who may not be sound on fuel. The question is, are the leaders sound on fuel? Is anyone up here potentially not got the fuel to make it, as Baker got right to the quarter panel of the 42, near contact. Might have actually been a little bit of contact. But the top 5 have trained, and they are pulling away from anyone trying to challenge from behind. But how is this lap traffic going to play into how this train functions? Srivastava going to pull out, try to make a move on Ella Baker. Gutierrez still trying to make a move on Santi Messi, but the 5 is blocking the 42 for all it's worth. Damian Afton has taken control of this chasing group, but Logan Conrad also right up there. Mike Hunt in a race where he needs to run well, battling with that 00 right behind him of Matt Pink for the final playoff spots. Up front, pack splitting up as Gutierrez and Messi have hooked up once again to even pull away from the rest of the top 5 as they're going to go 3 wide. Jeb Rabi sending it. He knows how important it is that he needs to get up there, and he's going to do whatever it takes to try to do so, as now the 3 lap cars who are in front of the leaders all pit. Nasir, Silla, and Pervez are in. That still doesn't mean there's no lap traffic. There's now the 2 fabulous automobile racing machines of Nanda Kumar and Laziz Abdulaziz. As it is still Messi and Gutierrez out front. Logan Conrad leading the charge of the second pack. He's got help from Daytona 500 winner Ryan Choris. He knows a thing or two about how to win around Daytona. As it is still Messi and Gutierrez. They've really worked well this race. And oh, we've got a caution. A late race caution. Once again, I'm not too sure what it's for. I don't think there's been an incident on track. But that means we're going to have only a few laps to decide this one. Santi Messi, your race leader currently. Gutierrez, Baker, Suvastava, and Rabi, the top 5. So are we going to see some pit stops? If anyone is not good on fuel, this is a lifesaver for them because they can make the pit stop under yellow. But if everyone is good on fuel, I would think that we would not be seeing any pit stops. So we'll see how many are going to need to pit, and the answer appears to be, is Messi going to duck down? No, it looks like the 5 is going to stay out, and most of the field, no one's going to bite on pit road. So we're going to have just a few laps to decide who wins here at Daytona. Late race restart coming up in our regular season finale. We're going to have just 2 laps to decide it. Pace car is in. Santi Messi, your race leader. Angel Gutierrez, Ella Baker, Purab Sivastava, Jeb Rabi, the top 5. Green flag back out here from Daytona. 2 laps to go. Who is going to come out on top? It's a good start for Santi Messi. Gutierrez tried to go high to make a move. Gets blocked by the 5. Ella Baker to the inside. Help from her team boss Logan Conrad. Can Baker go from mechanical issues on lap 1 to the race win? I'm not too sure if Baker has enough points though to make the playoff cut. It would be tight for that 2017 if they did. But there's no harm in trying to go for this race win nonetheless. She's going to have help from Logan Conrad. Down the back straight for the second to last time. Santi Messi holding the race lead. Oh, and we got more pitters. We got pitters. And that changes everything. White flag in the air. A bunch of the lead pack just pit. And now it's 3 cars battling for the race win. Angel Gutierrez, Purab Srivastava, and Ryan Choris. All 3 of these cars are locked in the playoffs. But it's still going to be a battle for the race win. Unless some of these cars may not be sound on fuel. The chasing pack behind, led by Caleb Lane and Damian Afton. Giancarlo Minardi's going to take them 3 wide. And the checkered is going to be out. Look at this move from Minardi for 4th. And oh, they're pitting on the last lap. They're pitting coming to the checkers. That's going to make it a race between Lane and Minardi. And Giancarlo Minardi, absolutely out of nowhere, is going to win. And that's going to put the 20 into the playoffs. a Hail Mary and a half, and honestly a miracle. The 20 team that has struggled so much this season has just punched their ticket to the YoruCAR playoffs. What an ending here to Daytona. The 3 leaders pitting, coming to the checkers, just could not make it on fuel. And that is going to be the win for Minardi. So your full finishing results, Giancarlo Minardi picks up the race win, just 2/100ths over Caleb Lane. Kyler Sestrade comes home in 3rd. Damian Afton, a great run in 4th. That will probably lock him into the playoffs. Timmy Hill in 5th. Mike Hunt, Brad Storr, Davide Rodriguez, Robbie Gordon, and Skylar Taylor, despite getting tangled in the first incident, is going to round out the top 10. And then Tashi Gupta in 11th, followed by Jamal Williams, Dylan Matthews, Ludwig Charette, Austin Liang, Yaro Da Silva, Nathan Ormond, Ryan Little, Roberto Crown Jr., and Shane Monahan, also a damage, is going to come home 20th. Then Habab Jawad, Kieran Jimenez, Hisham Sidqui, Purab Srivastava, Ryan Choris, Angel Gutierrez, after pitting coming to the line, they're going to end up 24th, 25th, and 26th. Matt Pink, Ella Baker, Jeb Rabi, and Logan Conrad, also pitters coming to the white flag. They're going to round out the top 30. Then Santi Messi going to finish as the last car in the lead lap after looking like the car to beat. Then Arcday Mission had Tom Pervez, BD Cruz, Lotus Eveland, Arjun Nandikumar, Laziz Abdulaziz, all going to finish 1 lap down. Daniel Silla 2 laps down. Ridwan Nasir 3 laps down. And then Daniel Voiles, Andrew Yu, and the 92 of Bradley Ream all will not finish here at Daytona. That has been all, and that will put a wrap on the 2023 regular season here of YoruCAR. We'll see you for the playoff opener, and where we'll see our 16-car grid that'll compete for the first YoruCAR championship. Until then, you've been watching YoruCAR on ESPN. We'll see you next time.